Following my section 2 of the circular where I was the other day when I went down to Portland Park, I'm now joining it where number 30 is the oldest viaduct in the whole of the UK. Welcome to another episode here with Lost Pilgrim. Today we're going to follow the same Mansfield to Pinxton railway book I have, the guide, and it's got different circular walks, as you know, as I told you last time. Today we're starting here on Lowmore Road and we're going to head towards Mansfield. Now I've got to go Mansfield anyway for an interview, so while I'm up there I thought I'll scout the area and look around. So we're on Lowmore Road and here is where we begin our journey today. Follow me. Right guys, I've just been told that you can get Trent Barton buses. A zigzag ticket, so you can get on any different ones, is £7, so you can hop on and hop off everywhere. I'm obviously going Mansfield. Anyway, down here guys, on Lowmore Road, right here around this junction between Gladstone Street and Milton Street was where the Kirkby engine sheds were. These sheds were for the trains, etc. And they were here on the left hand side. And with the sinking of Kirkby Colliery, the summit became the natural location to establish the engine sheds and sidings. They were built in 1907 and closed to steam in 1966, but they continued to be housed for diesel locomotives until 1970. So all this area down here was where the old sheds were. They were brick built with 3 tracks, and then later they were joined by another 2-track shed on the east side of the lines. So basically down here, I've always wondered what was down here guys. I don't know if you can see that in the actual land there. There's a bit of like tarmac, etc. I don't know if that building there was included or not, but that's where the Kirkby sheds were, the engine sheds. Anyway, I'm now going to take a bus and I'll see you a little bit further down. Following my section 2 of the circular where I was the other day when I went down to Portland Park, I'm now joining it where number 30 is. Number 30 is where the sheds were, and I'm moving up the map and I'm going towards Sutton Parkway, and then I'm joining it on section 3 where it heads toward the Kings Mill Reservoir. But yeah guys, I am going down Lowmore Road and I'm just going to get a bus here and then talk to you a bit more when I get into nearer to Sutton Parkway. I've just seen though down here guys on the right hand side was where some of the old houses were for the miners on Edward Street, I believe, and maybe also further down in the actual town centre. Look at that. So I've already followed this Mansfield to Pinxton Railway in various different points, but here we have it at the summit. So the other day I was here at the quarries and now I am here at the 1848 summit and junction. They're the sheds that I was on about to you earlier. They were the sheds. But yeah, remember guys to subscribe if you want to, obviously no obligations, but if you do want to subscribe then you know what to do. Click that button guys, subscribe, tell your friends and share, and let me know what you think of my little videos. I'm a little bit lost today, but that's part of what happens. So basically guys, right in this spot was the Summit Colliery Memorial. Well, it is, it's like a memorial. And the Kirkby Colliery between 1867 and 1969, that's when it was here. That forest you can see at the end of there is where I actually was last time. I was walking up there to the old pits. The Kirkby Colliery sunk on this site and became known as the Summit Pit. Many of the coal miners lived in the purpose-built housing estate across the road. That's what I meant down there. These little houses along here on the left hand side that we just passed, the workers lived along there guys. Which actually now, I don't know right now, but it was known for a while as the Summit Estate because of where the colliery was over there. Wolseley Drive, which is here, has got a little memorial next to it. But it's only this, guys. I'm quite shocked that it's only this with the amount of history in this area. That's all they've got. That is a shame in a way, but that's what it is. Right guys, this is Sutton Parkway Station down here. What I've come to realise is there's something quite interesting down here. First of all, there used to be a manor house on this site, just around here somewhere. Not too sure the location, guys. If anyone knows, that's where Sutton Parkway Station is. Around here somewhere. I'm wondering if it was up there at the top of the hill near Lowmore Road. But there was a manor house, and it was called Kirkby Hardwick, and it said it's a few meters west of the station. Now, I don't know which. I think west is this way. I reckon it was down there, but I'm not 100% sure. But what I have found is something more interesting. The River Mourne, which I saw on a previous video, one of the first videos I did when I went to see a mill up in Mansfield. The River Mourne comes to life from a series of springs, and these springs are right down here, guys. So I'm gonna have a look at this. So the River Mourne started down here, right near Sutton Parkway Station, and I believe this land is where we were the other day. Ooh, is that a sleeper? Not sure. But do you remember when we were up on the hills the other day and I said to you that was the summit, pits, etc.? Well, this is the other side of it. So last time I came across there, I went down and then went through the forest, what you can see on the right hand side there. So this is the other side of the summit, of the famous pit. And it says here, in my book, it says that a series of springs starting just north of the summit, which is here, that later goes into Kingsmill Reservoir, where we're going today, guys. Can you see that? That is cool. Basically, you're very close to the source of the River Mourne, and it was constructed to cross over the railway by the owner of the manor house. Now, not sure if that's the manor house down there or not, but this is the beginning of the River Mourne. Are them tunnels accessible, or they just got stung by something? But yeah, this is the source of the River Mourne. These sleepers are actual steps. Now I think these steps are being put in, but we're back up here now near Sutton Parkway, and if I'm not mistaken, the manor was down there, and we're heading now into Mansfield itself, towards the reservoir. Follow me. Guys, following my map and my guide, it's telling me to go this way, down this public footpath. So we're gonna go down here because I think this is the correct way. I'm following the red little dotted thing on the map, and I'm heading towards Kingsmill Reservoir. And there's an area of land here which I've wondered what it is for a while. We're gonna come right into it now. But as I can see, here's the active line again, the train line. And as you know, Mansfield to Pinxton line was very near here. So maybe, with a bit of luck, we may find some more sidings, some more train tracks. I'm not too sure what this part of the land is, guys, but maybe you will know more than me. Let me know if anyone knows what was here in this part of the land here. So we're on the right path, guys. It's this way. I'm also hoping to find the old Cold War store. So it's a military complex, but it's probably now owned by factories and warehouses, etc. But I'm going to try and find it, locate it, before I get to the reservoir. I've just found something coming off this thing here. I found an old railway bridge, guys. Now, was this maybe where the line came, the Mansfield to Pinxton line? I really don't know. I'm going to go and have a look what's down there. Follow me. Right, guys, I don't know exactly what this is. And, well, it looks like an old railway bridge of some kind. It goes straight into the estate here, which would make sense because that would be more or less where the old rail line did go. So that's an interesting little find. I believe it's part of the old Pinxton Mansfield line, the one that we've been following all along. I might be wrong, but I reckon that is what it is. Anybody know? Let me know. I'm getting back up there again, guys. Definitely looks like railway connected. Nice little find. I believe it's that building there, but I'm not 100% sure. So if anyone can confirm that to me, that building there was the old Cold War rooms, and it was actually called by locals the Kremlin. It was that powerful, but I'm pretty sure it's down there because it was turned into factories, and it obviously had a different look to it at the beginning. But I believe it's that building right behind me. Anyway, let's go now and go to the viaduct via Kings Mill Reservoir. Follow me. I've just been told it was actually a command centre and it was built to withstand any nuclear attacks. So it's actually called a War Room Command Centre. Remember, if you're interested in anything I have done in my videos, please comment below and let me know what you know of the area. I don't follow normal YouTubers' ways. I normally go scouting an area and then I ended up finding things in that area and then I blog it. So I'm more of a blogger than a YouTuber. But anyway guys, we're here at, what's this called? Sock Mine Business Park in Sutton in Ashfield, I believe. And we're heading to the reservoir and to see the old viaduct, guys. That's going to be incredible. Follow me. Right guys, I'm not sure where we are exactly, but we're near the reservoir. There's Kings Mill Hospital down there somewhere on the left hand side. Where the Toby Carvery is there was an old mill right there. And in fact, it's called the water mill. So it's called the Toby Carvery, Toby Carvery even. And it says, underneath it says water mill. And there was more mills obviously. There's the Hermitage Mill, which is actually now going to be thrown down and made into flats, I believe. We're coming up to that soon. So I'm going to try and take a closer look to this old water mill. Let's go across. There's the Mourne again. I think it's called the Mourne anyway. River Mourne. It's a bit bigger down here, but we got it right at the beginning, didn't we, near Sutton Parkway station. And there's more culverts under there. Shame we can't get down there, guys. Look, there's little culverts under there. That would have been cool to get in there. I'm just going to go and check this water mill because I believe there's some ruins there. Yeah, you can see the old bit of ruin that's still there. Can you see that, guys? It's the wooden bit there just in front of it. But as I say, that was the old water mill. Obviously this whole area was covered in mills. Not sure if I can get to it. Let me see if I can go round into the actual pub itself. Fortunately guys, I can't get to it, but it's on corner of Coxmore Road and Kings Mill Road. It's right here near the carvery, but it's overgrown everywhere. But that's a shame, isn't it? Shame you can't get access to it. Obviously the carvery there is on the same site as where the mill used to be, the water mill. And that was a nice little find there. So this would have been the old railway line here, because we're going to go across Kings Mill Viaduct and then towards the reservoir. Nice little modern bridge. Woo! Woo! I believe this is under a street called Sherwood Way, and we're coming right now out to the reservoir, guys. There was a turning over there, but it went straight into a field and it says trespassing, so I've not gone in that way. And yeah, I think we're at the reservoir finally. The Hermitage Centre's that way. There's a cafe there as well. I can see the reservoir behind there. Circular trail, yeah, that's what I've been doing. Sutton Lawn, right, that might be where I've been, Sutton Lawn. But there's two ways round here, obviously, and I'm taking the right side of the lake, and I'm going to go past the cafe, I believe is down here, the old mills, which is now no longer there, and there's also the big Hermitage Mill, which is at the back of the reservoir, where's our final spot today. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the walk, and here we go again with the Mourne and its affluents coming out here, going across. Follow me. There we have it, guys, the Kings Mill Reservoir. Only a small reservoir existed when the M&P Railway was constructed. The current reservoir was created in 1838 to provide a large head of water for the Mansfield water mills. So for the mill we saw down there, and the big Hermitage Mill that we will see after the viaduct. Apart from providing beautiful walks, you can enjoy refreshments in the cafe. So we'll go past the cafe, which was another of the old mills, and then we'll try and find a viaduct, the very famous viaduct, the Portland Viaduct. There we go again with Portland. a lot of things in this area to do with Portland, and we'll go and have a look at that because it's today known as the King's Mill Viaduct, and I believe there's seats on it. I believe you can cross it. We've got to see that. Follow me. Just checking what's behind here. I'm sure this bit was cordoned off on the other side. There is a walkway here. I'm not sure where that goes. No idea. Let's stick to the map. Let's stick to the guide. There's an adventure base here for kids. Really cool. And we're off to the visitor centre, which is the cafe as well. And I believe this was the location of another mill, and that's why it's called Mill Waters, the cafe. I'm pretty sure this was the location of another mill. And we're heading to the viaduct, the famous viaduct. It's well famous, guys. Can't wait to see that. And while we get there, at the back of there is the other old mill, which is the Hermitage Mill. I can see the hospital there in the horizon. I don't know if you can see that on this video, but that's the centre there. I'm gonna have a look in there actually, see what information I can find in there. There's the hospital in the background. So we're nearby, guys. I've been told to bear right down here, and then we'll see. And there it is, I think, the old viaduct. Wow, I can see it over there. Oh my god, it's just down here. Look at it. That is the old viaduct, guys. And you can actually sit on it and all sorts nowadays. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Let's go across there. See if we can see it from the other side, or shall we? Oh yeah, there's the waterfall. I saw that waterfall on a map actually. There's a little walkway down there, so I'm going to try and find it from that side as well. But anyway, it's called the Portland Viaduct. Known today as the King's Mill Viaduct, was built in a few months and brought into use in 1819 to take the M&P Railway across the small valley. Now, M&P, if you don't know, is Mansfield and Pinxton Railway. Although little used after 1872, its use as a railway viaduct finally came to an end in 1970. And it now stands proudly as the oldest railway viaduct in England. And remember that there used to be horse and carriages going across this old railway line. So pretty much when I said to you earlier that I found a bit of railway where I saw a bridge earlier, I'm pretty sure it was around here. And now there's a new bridge that's been built there in 2019. But here we have it, guys. We are walking on top of history, and there was mills along here all over the place. So we're going to walk across it and then look down. Here's a bit of information of the King's Mill that was here as well. Sadly, nothing remains of the mill, but it was here. So there was a mill right here next to this bridge, guys. What a find. There's that thing I told you about down there with all the water coming through there. That's the Morn. We're going to go down that other little path, but yeah, we're standing right on top. And I believe this walkway here was the old M&P. And there we go, the River Morn becomes much wider down here. Yeah, there is a little walkway down there. I'm going to go and see that little walkway, guys. Before we go across, just want to tell you something. So this was and is still the oldest railway viaduct in England. And from the viaduct down here, you can look over to the Hermitage Mill Pond. So it's not the river, it's an actual pond down here, guys. And at the end of there is the Hermitage Mill, which we're also going to have a look at before they get rid of it, because apparently it's finally going to be taken over and they're going to do housing estate on it or something, which is really sad, but you know what things are like. But yeah, so the mill stood right here next to this old viaduct. I thought it was a bigger bridge, to be honest with you, but it's still incredible, beautiful. So I found this here, looks like a makeshift walkway. I'm gonna go down it. This is where the actual mill was. Look at that, guys, beautiful. I don't know if we can go down there or not. I'm gonna go down and see what I can find down here in all its splendor. It's mad to think that this is the oldest viaduct in the whole of the UK. Right on top of history, well, underneath it even. I just spotted someone down there. Wow. So these are the mill ponds. Just been told how to get there, but it's a bit complicated to get there. But look at it. That's it, guys. We've found the old mill. There's various ways up and getting up. I don't know what them black things are for. Anybody know? I've never known. Let me know if you know. Wow, great find. The old viaduct. And there's a walkway down here next to these ponds. I don't know where that goes, guys. I'm looking for the old Hermitage Mill now. I found what looks like another culvert just here. Does that go under there? Don't know where that goes. No, it's a dead end. Still trying to locate this Hermitage Mill. There's the old railway tracks over there, so I'm hoping there's a little bridge underneath. But I'm right here near the Hermitage Pond, which I thought was part of the River Mourne, and it is. And there's the, I don't know if you can see that at the back there, but there's where the viaduct is down there. But we're going to go down here. Let's see if we can get to the mill this way. It's all very creepy around here, guys, I've got to say. And it's unknown territory to me. It's very old history around here. I can see the train track. And here's the beginning of this pond. That's to go over the bridge, guys, but I wanted to come back down this way as we go across. Well, we're going to go, yeah, we could go across this bridge. No, I'm a bit lost. I was trying to get up there. I can't get up there for some reason. God knows. Anyway, we're back here under this amazing old bridge. There's a railway line, but that's an active railway line. I think I need to get across it somehow to get to the Hermitage Mill. Follow me. There it is, guys. At the back of here is where the Hermitage Mill is, but as you can see, it's all locked off. This is an old train bridge because the train literally goes on top of here, and that's one of the many entrances to the Hermitage Mills, and you can't get in. You can see, look at this, the old railway line. I think it's an active line, as I said. Now it's a Robin Hood line. Private fishing. Oh, I'm not fishing anyway, but look at that. It's in there somewhere. The Hermitage Mill. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go round, guys. I'm going to go round back to the viaduct and take the other route, which is the modern 2019 bridge. And I'm going to head round the other side and see if I can see the mill from the new bridge at least. Follow me. So we just come from the old viaduct, guys, and now we're heading to the new viaduct. Let's say it's a new bridge, I said, that was built in 2019 to prevent any problems with people crossing the lines. It's quite big, you know, this bridge. Let's cross it. This, by the way, is called the Timberland Trial. Let's see where this takes us, because I believe if it takes us across that way onto the other side, we might be able to see the Hermitage. I've got to see it. I've got to take a photo and a little video of it, at least from the outside. It's completely abandoned, and there's no well, there is restrictions. There's no entry. Simple as that. On my guide, it's telling me that once over this bridge, to turn left onto the footpath that takes you alongside the railway towards Mansfield. And then it says there's another viaduct. Basically, it was a wooden viaduct, but it's no longer there. But there is a little bit of it. It says an 1872 bridge at the side of the viaduct still survives. But what I'm looking for is the old Hermitage Mill. Still can't see it, but it's somewhere around here, guys. Thank you everybody for watching this incredible little video I've done today. Found a lot of new history in the area. I will at some point do more videos on the area in Kirkby, in Pinxton, in Skegby. I might also go up the trail, different trails around there. Rowthorne, I think, is another one. I also plan at some point to go up to Plesley Colliery and Vale. More history of mills down there, and a whole load of other videos to come in the very near future, here with your guide today, Lost Pilgrim. And I just want to say thank you everybody, and hope you enjoyed today's video. Big shout out as usual to my editor. Although I do editing myself, I've had a little bit of an issue with my laptop recently and I haven't fixed it yet. It says turn left here. Let's see what we can find down here before we leave this video. And let's see if we can find the Hermitage Mill. Let's go. Right guys, so we just crossed that bridge over there. And somewhere down here was a wooden viaduct built in 1872. It crossed the Hermitage Mill Pond. So that's the mill pond where I was behind there. So it crossed that way to enable steam engines to maintain their faster speeds. However, it was discovered that the wood had begun to rot and it was replaced by an embankment. It says here though, in 1872, so an 1872 bridge at the side of the viaduct still remains. So we're going to try and see if we find any of that. That's following what I'm saying on my map. So there was two bridges here, two viaducts, but the one we saw earlier was the Portland one, the King's Mill viaduct, which is the famous one. This was another one. I believe at the end of here somewhere as well is the Hermitage Mill that I still can't locate. It's down here somewhere. Let's see if we can see it before the end of our video. I think it's here, guys. Can you see this bit of don't know if you can see that. Let's try and go closer. But can you see that bit of wall there behind there? That's the part of the old viaduct that still remains, but you can't quite see it, guys. Let me try come closer here. You see that? So that was part of another viaduct that went that way over the ponds. So we can't be far from the Hermitage Mill. Can't be far away at all, guys. Another little waterfall there. But yeah, it's behind there, guys. You can just see it through the trees. I'll try and get a photo of it. It's behind there. But I can see it's all being demolished and stuff. So I'm going to try and get a photo of it from the other side. This is the second pond where that old viaduct bit is that I found there. Now, just behind there, guys, is the old mill. The Hermitage Mill, but there's no way of getting in. It's being all knocked down now. But it's definitely down here. Just a shame I can't find the actual bit to go in to it. But it's all cordoned off by this long fence that goes all the way around it. Keep out. Yeah, guys, all this rubble and stuff you can see in this wasted land here, all that derelict land here on the left hand side is where the mill used to be, the Hermitage Mill. And that's the end of today's journey, guys. Until next time, thank you for watching. Keep safe. So there we have it, the old mill. I'm not going in anyway, so don't worry about it. I just wanted to take a little picture of it. Beautiful. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, goodbye.